Hey, how's it going guys? Welcome back to another TOS video. So today we have a brand new ultimate stage, which is Orochi. Right, so I had this TNT vibe, right? When the news, I heard the news that this ultimate stage has been extended for 1 day, right? But it's not as bad as TNT, right? For a way easier. Right, so here we have our first achievement team of the day, right? We have a Hideyoshi team. So this team is going to clear the Mono Earth as well as the Leader, same as Ally achievement. Alright, so having said that it's a lot more easier than TNT, it's not really a walk in the park either. Right, so let's take a look at the battle info here. So battle 1, we have 3 mobs, 90% HP reduction, double hit as well as beast racism. Right, so here, not much issue for a Hideyoshi team. Right, you can pretty much one-hit kill this stage in fact. Right, so you can see here I just try to store a bit of CD here, in which you will notice at the back it doesn't really make a big difference, right? Because I kind of you kind of have to store at battle 2, right? So at the time when you're spending at battle 2, you kind of already refresh all your cooldowns already. Right, so Hideyoshi team, your Hideyoshi is going to be at CD1, right? So you have a kind of unlimited burst. Alright, so the only concern you have for this Hideyoshi team is the amount of heart runes you have on the board, right? Especially battle 2 here. Right, so battle 2 we have Chris, I think it's Chris, giving you 4 rounds of attack debuff as well as enchanted shield and the side columns weathered every time she attacks. Alright, so here, the reason why I use Hideyoshi convert every now and then in this stage is because I want to clear off the dark and light runes, right? To kind of make way for hard runes to drop. Right, so you can see if I have enough hard runes, I won't bother to convert, right? Because you can see Chris is taking quite a big amount of damage. Right? You do not want to move to the next stage with the damage debuff there, right? Which is unlikely, right? But who knows, right? Sky drop sometimes. Right, so once the debuff wears off, you kind of you should be able to take down Chris in one shot, right, using Hideyoshi's convert there. Okay, so battle 3 we have I need to start remembering cards name, all the cards name. Alright, so anyway, next battle we have a 20 hit shield together with damage reflect. So you're bound to have some sort of damage reflect to you, right? 13.5k damage, right, on the first hit. Right, so I let the damage reflect hit me for 1 turn. Right, after that I activate Kim as well as the Hideyoshis. Right, so here, once you wear down maybe 6 hits, right? Usually 6 hits. That's what I did here. Right, you try to go for that one big burst damage from Hideyoshi as well as Kim. Right, so Kim's gonna wear off the 20 hit or 14 hit, the remaining 14 hits, right? Which is why Kim is at the front of the team, right? So his 30% damage can just wear off the 14 hit, and then your rest of your members can actually dish the full original damage. Right, so this is one thing to note if you are using Kim in your team. Try to put Kim in front so he can wear off the 20 hit shield for you. Right, so next we have a neutralize together with heart and water runes lock. Right, so here this guy's on spam Trojan as well. Right, so you can actually spend 1 or 2 turns in this round, right, provided you have enough HP. Right, so in my case I do not have enough HP. You can see the skull there, hence I do a Hideyoshi convert as well as a compulsion. Right, so note that you want to slot in as the most appropriate craft, right? So for me, I use a Shadow 4 Opal craft, which is okay, right? The member craft is important, right? Like the criteria to charge up your craft, right? You want to charge up your craft as fast as possible. Right, so next we have initial anti-light initial shield, right? Basically, this mob is going to electrify your light runes, right? 3 random light runes, and then upon you cannot dissolve light runes upon your first batch of runes. Right, so here is kind of the tricky part. Here's the tricky part. Right, so here you have to charge your craft, right, and you must heal. Right, so one way to do it is to convert. Keep doing a Hideyoshi convert because you want to remove away the light runes. Right, there's one thing to note. And maybe like me, you can see I just chucked that one electrifying rune at the corner. I do not want to dissolve it, right, because I do not want to attack. Right, so here I'm actually trying to charge my craft and just try my best to not attack. Right, in some case, yes, you have to launch an attack because of the condition of the runes on the board. Right, in this case, yes, I do have to launch an attack. And note that I do not have any more high runes on the board. Right, so this is time to go, right, move on to the next stage. Right, so you can see there's no electrifying runes at this point of time because I actually end the round with no light runes. Right, so the light rune that she convert will not turn into electrifying runes. So there's one thing you can actually take note of. Right, so without any electrifying runes on the board, it should be an easy peasy clear for the rest of the HP, the remaining HP, and then we are here at the boss. Right, so Orochi, right, thank God he's not as difficult as Chi-Tian-Ti. Alright, so what we have here is another neutralized stage. Right, we have to dissolve water, fire, earth, light, dark initial batch without dissolving light runes. Right, so this is kind of okay, right? You just have to shove that light rune somewhere in the corner or just try to dissolve them before you actually launch an attack and you'll be fine. Right, so you can see here I'm trying to rack up as all the so-called 4 colors on the board. I try to exclude the light runes. Right, so here Orochi first HP bar is on spam Trojan as well by HP percentage. So 25% HP, 50, 75, 100. So you technically have 3 turns to get all the runes on the board. Right, so here is where I finally activate Sus as well as the Orochi Descendant card. Right, I had to go check this guy's name out, and then together with Anchor 2. Right, so Anchor 2 here is going to give you that whole chunk of earth runes for your damage. Right, to be honest, this lucky sky drop is not going to matter. If you have 0 sky drop, your damage is definitely going to pass through the first HP bar, right, if there's a concern that you're having. Alright, so second HP bar, Orochi is going to be light attribute. Right, light attribute damage is going to be reduced to 10%, right, none of our business there. And by now, Kim should be back up, right, if you have a CD reduced craft like what I have here. Right, so here, another Hideyoshi convert, and with Kim's human rune, earth human rune, right, you should be able to pass through the second HP bar with ease as well. Right, so hit that compulsion button, right, this is what you have been storing for at battle 4. Right, so use it, and this is pretty much a GG for this particular achievement. Right, so once again, Mono Earth as well as Leader Ally the same. This is gonna bring you your first Orochi card. Alright, so you can see basically Kim is gonna dish out his 20 hit and he's pretty much dead. Right, so KO is a black card, right, surprisingly. And there we go. Right, so we will check out the card at the end of the video, right, because we are doing all achievement in this video once again. I tend to do all achievement when it's a new ultimate stage, right, so as to get more variety of gameplay for you guys. Right, so that will be it for the first team, right, Mono Earth. I'll set up the next team. I'll be right back. Alright, so welcome back for the second achievement. Right, so second achievement is actually 3 attributes. Right, so technically this team can actually clear the leader ally same card as well, right, because I'm using dual Iori, right, instead of the typical Kyo Iori kind of setup. Right, so reason number 1 is because Orochi is at light attribute, the second HP bar, right, so I kind of bring an extra Iori to dish out more damage, right, so, and my strategy includes 2 Iori. Alright, so let's go through the battle once again. Right, so for Mob's skill, right, I kind of explained it on the first run already, so I'm just gonna focus more on my team strategy for this particular run of, yeah, okay. So anyway, you can see the team members are Iori, Kim, we have Chizuru, and 2 Mai. Right, so 2 Mai is kind of okay. If you guys do not have 2 Mai, you can actually put Mai and then kill. In my opinion, I guess that's fine as well. Alright, so I'll explain more on that part once I reach that particular stage. Alright, so next we have Chris once again with the 4-turn damage debuff. Right, so by running full King of Fighter, you have 1.5 times HP, attack as well as recovery. So you shouldn't die here because you have massive amount of HP. 27k for a mono human team. That's a lot of HP. Right, plus the 1.5 recovery. Right, you should not die here unless you run out of earth runes. I mean heart runes for maybe 3 turns. Then yes, you will die. Right, so here kind of wear out the 4 turns debuff as what I always do. Right, and then here you kind of dish out the damage based on for using Kim and Chizuru, to be honest, because we have a water mob here, right, and then the damage going through is pretty much going to be the 2 earth cards, right, and you can see the orientation of the King of Fighter cards that I slot in here is actually dark. We have earth, earth, fire, fire, right. Typically when people want to play King of Fighter setup, they'll try to split up the attributes so they have kind of more combos, right, like if you want to have more combos, you pretty much will put dark, earth, fire, dark. Right, so the attributes are split up, so you kind of get more combos. Right, so the reason why I put 2 earth, 2 fire together side by side is because of this stage. Right, by doing a column of 4 under Kim and Chizuru, I can actually get a big chunk of earth sky drop, in which it generates enchanted earth runes, which will greatly assist us in this stage. Right, so if we do not have this big chunk, right, it's going to be hard to create enchanted runes to break through this shield. Right, so by having this layout, right, it's going to be much easier. Okay, next we have the 20 hit shield once again together with damage reflect. So here, same strategy, right? Kim is your MVP here. Right, so those of you guys who do not have Kim, right, I don't know why would you not have Kim unless you totally did not try for the King of Fighter draws. Right, so if you guys are missing Kim, you can actually use Philena from the Transform Maiden series, right? The one that converts the four corners and then hit 20 times. Right, it's still a 20 hit shield kind of thing. Right, so Kim is going to wear out the 20 hits shield for you. Right, so here basically just spin and then you should be pretty much good to go. Right, and 27k HP, right, you should be able to take a damage reflect hit together with this mob's hit as well. Right, so next comes in the neutralize, which is not going to affect King of Fighter team at all, right, unless you run Kyo second effect. Right, so here I activated my first Iori's effect 1. Right, I have not touched effect 2 for Iori at all. Right, so Iori effect 1 and my effect 2 because you want to clear off the remaining weathered runes on the board. Right, so why Iori's effect 1 is because you have 2 rounds of human attack times 1.5, right? So that applies to the whole team, right? Other than instead of Iori alone. Right, so next we have the anti-initial light rune stage once again. Right, so here is where Chizuru is going to come in, and then that's going to convert away all the light runes. So basically, just dissolve all the electrifying runes and then you are good to go. Right, so the reason why I activate Iori back then is because the second round of buff, you can actually bring it into this stage as well. Right, so that 1.5 is going to kind of assist you in taking down this stage. Not that you need it, you can see that the damage is greatly sufficient to take down that second last stage. Right, so we're back here at Orochi. Right, so same thing, neutralize 4 color shield excluding the light attribute. Right, and then damage reduction, HP reduction by percentage. Right, so here is where I start to set up the board. I do not want hard runes on the board, I do not want light runes on the board. That's gonna greatly disturb our board. Right, so here you can see I kind of store to wait for Kim, right, and then at the same time try to get rid of the hard runes, get rid of the light runes, and then you should have a perfect board by then. Alright, then activate Iori, the other Iori, effect 1 once again. Right, so the reason why you want to activate effect 1, simple, 2 rounds of human attack 1.5 once again. Right, so that's gonna bring the second round of buff to the next HP bar, right, in which you will need it. So Kim, activate Kim once again, so he's gonna kick Orochi's ass 20 times, and then that's gonna settle his first HP bar. Alright, so round 2, we have our HP to 1, and same thing, alright, so why am I even gonna explain this once again? Right, so the second Mai is gonna come in, but then use effect 1 because you want to use compulsion in this round. Right, so the reason why I say you can use cure, because you can actually use cure effect 1 here as well. Right, so that's gonna give you a board full of your own colored runes, and then pretty much same thing. Right, so running effect 1, you can activate Dragonic Compulsion, and that's gonna be a GG. Right, so in my opinion, I think running 1 Mai, 1 cure should be better. Alright, so I just find that dual Mai is just more, it's just a more playful kind of setup. Alright, so if you guys do not have 2 Mai, right, most of you guys probably won't have 2 Mai unless you really went to draw for it, I think. Running 1 Mai, 1 kill should be enough as well, right, using my kind of strategy. Right, so that's it for second HP bar as well. Pretty much a GG. You can see it's a kind of an overkill as well. Alright, so that's another achievement, the third achievement done, which is 3 attributes. Alright, so that will be it for this video. Right, so we have 2 gameplays, which is Hideyoshi as well, bring back the old Hideyoshi, as well as the new King of Fighter playstyle. Right, so you can see here Orochi, we have quite a good card, to be honest. Right, so we have, for 1 round, 6 water runes will be generated for each attribute dissolved to the max, 30 runestones for 5 attributes. So if you're running Atrahasis, right, Water Babylon, it's gonna rain water runes. Right, so I'm looking forward to try out this card. Right, so anyway, that's all for this video. Right, leave a like if you enjoy it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.